Good morning, good evening and Khushamadid for people from Dubai. I am Gunjan, your trainer today, and we start our session on OER. Let me share my screen. I have shared shared a link with you. Please go through the link and describe your mood today. So, are you overjoyed that you're going to get free websites? Are you thinking, what is this OER and will it be useful for me? Are you enthusiastic? Wow, something new. Or are you naughty? आज ये trainer को सिखाते हैं. Something, do share your moods here quickly. People on YouTube, I will also put the link for you there. This is the link here for Mentimeter. You just need to click the link and start telling me your mood. Thank you. I have started getting responses. Let me go to the site. Yeah, we have 3 people who are saying we are very, very enthusiastic. Let me share my screen again. So I have 3 people with me and all of you are very enthusiastic. So let me just dive into it. So why are we enthusiastic? Because we are getting free resources, we are getting free lesson plans, and everybody likes free gifts, right? But free is not equal to open, right? Free means you can get something free of cost, but open is not equal to free. Open education resources or open as a movement means things are free, but if you are getting a lesson plan, you can retain them. That means you can download and keep it. If you're getting a resource, you're allowed to remix it. For example, you want to add some notes there, you can do that. It also means that you can redistribute it. So I have found on a net very good site, and I can always, for example, Prachi here knows GeoGebra very well, and she took a class on GeoGebra and how to um, get free resources from GeoGebra. So that's an open resource, not free, open. Yes, free is a small part of openness. So here we go on a session on open educational resources. These resources are made throughout the world. So you're sitting in Dubai, I'm sitting in Mumbai, somebody sitting in Pune, and somebody sitting in Gurgaon. We all have access to it. So today's content flow, we will look at open education resources. We will also see what are the main 5 R's of open resources. We will see, we usually get flummoxed with so much information on the net. क्या अच्छा है, क्या लें, क्या नहीं लें, क्या really open है, what is not really open, what is free to see but I cannot download it, right? So we'll see how to evaluate good OERs and some tools, tech tools which are also free. We will look at them. Obviously, we'll not get into depth because we have just 1 hour, but I will show you some. So let's go into openness or the movement of open. If you see information always, uska nature, it wants to be free, it wants to be open, right? Even before we had World Wide Web or internet, चिट्ठी पहुंचने से पहले information पहुंच जाती थी, right? So information का nature है to be open and to be free. But between World Wide Web, when internet was invented, again, internet was not invented by one person who was Tim Berners-Lee, who coined the word www. Internet again was a combined effort of so many of our scientists and computer specialist, right? So the basic nature, they wanted it to be universal like education. But between the opening of the internet and to now where we have blockchain and NFT, we tried to constrain information behind paywalls. We tried, then somebody said कि नहीं मेरा photo चला जाता है, let me start, putting watermarks on it. Then we tried putting different passwords to it. We tried so much. Then there are some websites you go there and you can't actually, copy them. You can't copy paste. तो उसके लिए हमने तरीका निकाला. We have started taking snips. So whatever you do, information wants to be free and wants to be open, and hence the movement of open education. Again, the basic premise or the vision or the value of open movement is that education should be available to all. Equitable distribution of education, right? Even if you don't have resources, you cannot actually buy textbooks. You can always go on the net and get a free textbook. Now, open movement has many, many pillars, you can say. There's open content, there's open access, there's open data, for this government data which becomes open a few years later. Then you have free and open software, this code you can take. Then you have open standards. We will not go into all of this. We will, because we are teachers, we require open content. So we will dwell on open content in this section. Let me take you to the next slide. So what are the pillars of open education? As I already said, retain an open education resource you can actually download and keep it yourself. Not only keep it with yourself, you can reuse it again and again. You can revise it. For example, Prachi is a maths teacher. She found a very good worksheet, but it has dollars in it, and she wants to localize it to her own content, so she can change it into dirhams, into rupees. So you can revise it. Not only revise, the best thing is you can remix it. You find two great OERs or resources on the net, and you want to combine them into one. Or you can want to take half of this, some part of this, and you can revise and remix it like we do the music. And obviously, because it is open, you can redistribute it. Again, these are some say, you don't revise. Some open source says do not remix, but redistribute. So there are different combinations you can work on. But these are the basic pillar of open education. If you see the history of open education, India it started after the Vedic age. If you remember, the post-Vedic age, we have Jainism and Buddhism coming. Why? Because they said that information or knowledge should not be confined to one community or some people. It should be open to all. So people started writing knowledge and giving knowledge in local language. But the modern open education actually came around 2000 with something known as MOOC. MOOC is nothing but massive open online courses. These are open online courses where everybody is invited. Free of charge, you can come and learn. It started in around 2000. Then the OER as such term was coined by UNESCO. So the open movement started from 2000 and slowly MIT had open course where you had big universities actually opening up their knowledge. And now, we have in India, we have Pathshala, we have Swayam, and, we have so many open movement is in use, right? Now, without taking much time, I will actually dive into some OERs. The first OER we will dive into is OER Commons. Let me click here. We reach there. So apart from this, I have made a list of OERs for you, which I will be sharing at the end of the session. This is the list of OER. So this is OER Commons for K-12. I'm taking you through the common OERs which is all the subjects, and later then we'll go to subject-specific OERs. So this is called OER Commons. You can read about it. It's completely free. It says, then you can now go into resources. So for elementary, we have science, maths, social science, and English. As most of you are in middle school, so I will take you through middle school resources. So it says, maths has science has the most 1100 resources. Then we have maths for 400. Then we have social studies and English. Let me take you to any one of the resource. So here are the keywords. Either you put keywords or you can select education standard or you can select subject areas. So let me select maths, for example, and then I can go to algebra. So here there is, algebra which shows coordinates, graphics. You can go into any one of them. So let me take you to geometry. So we can actually go to a resource called application linear functions. So again, you can go to view resource. It also gives you description, who is the author of it, who's the provider, what is the level, what grades. Then you go to view resources. Here you will see the beauty of it. So if you see, we have gone to one lesson, which is called application of linear function. But if the unit is color coded as orange, then you have lesson and then you have activity. So the unit of this lesson is a module on linear functions. It gives you summary, what is the connection to engineering if you are doing STEM. It gives you the learning objectives. And then there are some free worksheets and attachments which you can just go and download. So it also gives you pre-knowledge, introduction, and how would you teach as a teacher, what are the activities you can give. So much in detail is there in OER Commons. That is for OER Commons. Now this is one library of OERs. So I call it OER of OERs. So not only it tells you what is OER and why you should actually use OER and also contribute to OERs, but it also gives you a detailed list of OERs. So there's, if you see so many of them, Merlot, this, that. OpenStax is a free textbook OER. So let's go in one of them because I want to show you Merlot. Merlot was one of the first open education resources. So you have lot of material by discipline, by education. So you can go in any. So you can also just type K-12 and search. See, as soon as you type K-12, you get so many resources. You can click on any of them which you are interested in. And so because I see many teachers here are middle school, let me just select middle school. So it says embryology for K-12. You can also select disciplines. Let me select humanities. So they have just two for humanities, and that too they're not in English. One is in English and one is some other thing. Let me select this one. So it says it is a teaching resource, it's keywords, then you can go to the material. Obviously, it is outside the Merlot site, so it's taking you to the site which has actually uploaded it. It will take some time. sometimes you'll have videos, sometimes you'll just have, lesson plans. So this is somebody who's decided to share her video here. So similar you have. I will take you to one of the key iconic OERs which you will see in all subjects also. They have subject-wise OERs. So you have CK12, which is specially built for K12. So it says, you are a unique student. Each has a different pace of different goals. And however, you have limited time and resources. So you can find resources here by classes. Just a second, sorry. There is subjects here. You can go to the subject and find resources here. Once you go to the subject, let me take you to biology. So it will give you lot of subheadings. You can go to any of them. So this is a book. So you can explore more. You'll have to obviously spend some time. So it says CK12 resources, there's maths, so there's books, there's concept-based learning, there's adaptive, there are interactives, assignments. If you want to integrate with your LMS, they have that also. But otherwise, you can just go and explore a lot of resources for each and every subject. I will stop share now before I go ahead. I hope I'm not overwhelming you, and if there are questions, you can ask me. Okay, Balaji sir wants high school also. So I will take some examples from high, ma'am, sorry. I will take some examples from high school.
Ma'am, all this we need to log in.
Some of them, yes, you have to log in. Sometimes some of them direct also. For example, CK12, you don't need to log in. Obviously, if you log in, then they keep sending you the subscriptions, and if something is new, they'll send it to you.
Okay.
I will send a detailed list of all of these to you. Right now, we'll just see.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope my pace is okay and I'm not too fast. If I'm there, you can always, stop me. Now, these are some very, very good resources. I want to take you through all of them, but I think I can't. But TED, everybody knows, so I'm leaving it. TED is videos for education in all languages. You can just find it. This one is very good. It's called Edutopia. It gives you different topics, inquiry-based learning. You need not always, see, I didn't log in. Still, you can just go to the journalism year. There. So let me take you to project-based learning, for example. So they have recommended that how will you, do project-based learning, and then you can go there. This is a blog. You can read the blog. Then you have videos. So these are, classroom management videos of how to help teens open up. And you can then, according to your choice, choose. But Edutopia has some very beautiful videos. And you have, integrated studies. So now, with NEP, interdisciplinary has really come into picture. So how would you do that? So how would you use, blended learning? So all those are there. Do go through Edutopia. It's a wonderful resource. There is another resource called Thoughtful Learning for .com. So it also tells you how to find OERs, but they have something known as mini lessons. Now, mini lessons are very small lessons and they are so well done that you can actually use it from here only. So they basically say you have 10 to 15 minutes of attention span right now of students to use this mini session. So let me take you to maybe one 21st century skill or socio-emotional learning. So you creating a growth mindset. So how would you create? What would you say? What would you not say? Your turn. And you can just go and download it. It gives you teacher support as to how should you use this support and what grade level you can use it. It's simply when you want the small activities, we say, no, we want 5-10 minutes activities. This is very good. Thoughtful learning, mini lessons. So you have writing, you have 21st century skills, a lot of communication skills here, how class math taught and so much more. And socio-emotional learning. These are very good mini lessons for your class. So for example, if you have a 2 hour of class, so somewhere you can fit this if you want it. This is suitable for all ages. There is one Hippo campus which has free educational videos. So when you're looking for videos, you can go here. You just need to select, your subject, for example, biology, and you need to, it takes you to a different website. See, it's saying Khan Academy Biology. So it's basically collecting all OERs for you in one place. So you can select videos from here. There is Kariki.com. Again, it is a non-for-profit organization which has tremendous amount of in, uh, help in all subjects, arts, language, math, science. One of you, if you can tell me what subjects you would like to see, I'll start searching that. So Bala ma'am, which subject are you taking?
Social science, ma'am. I'm the head of the department in an Indian
Okay,
school.
so this is social science. So see again, this is a US based organization, so it has more of social US kind of topics, but still we can. So you cater to higher education. This is more of middle school, but still we can. French Revolution, all of us read, chahe we are in India or US or Europe, right? So we go to this French Revolution. It shows you content, then it shows you information as to this is a unit, it has description, it has subjects, what you can connect it to, keywords, and what level you can teach it to. So you have 9, 10, grade 9, 10, 11 also happening. Some of them will also have reviews. Reviews are basically teachers like you who are giving a review. So there's some teacher called Plumber who's saying that it's very nicely produced lecture series. So this is a lecture series. I think there must be videos and transcript in it. Yeah. I don't know why it went again. Yeah. Just a second. So this is a lecture series. It is a video. So one after the other, you can get videos on French Revolution. So similarly, you can find for maths and everything. Kariki has huge library of K-12 resource. And then there is our e-Pathshala, our own e-Pathshala. Just a second. Why am I not able to go there? Just a second. Let me copy and paste. This is an Indian website by the government of India. All of us know e-Pathshala. If you go as teachers or educators, you can get free e-textbooks, teaching instructions, learning outcomes, how you can create learning outcomes. There's a PDF which can be downloaded and so much more. I will not get into details of this currently. but this is how you just need to download. This is this government Indian standard of how to create learning outcomes. Now, books and pictures, there is something known as Project Gutenberg, which has a library of 60,000 books. Free ebooks, completely downloadable. You can just download and start reading. For example, I love G.D. Shaw. You will see the library giving me all the possible, Bernard Shaw books. I can just go and they've been downloaded 200, 300. I'm sure Pygmalion will be downloaded some 5,000 times, right? So this is a free book. So if you're a language teacher or you just like to read, you can go here. Europenia, I wanted to show for pictures. So here, they have put digital pictures free online. Just if you see, there are 50 million items from industrial age to maps to music to natural history to newspapers, photography. So let's explore something. Any topic, any idea you want, I can just search. So this is image. So even any image you want, you just need to go there and you will be allowed to download it free of cost. Whenever you see any OER, just take care of this symbol. It says CC, then there's one man, and then CC by. We'll go into it later, but these are copyright symbols, and it means CC by means that you can download it and you can distribute it and show it to other people on the same terms. So these are free pictures, and Europea has many things which are free, but these are more of images and art. Sometimes we like to put art and images in our PPTs or our sessions, then we can use it. Jamendo is free music. So if you are making a video and you want a background music, you can use this. These are royalty-free music for commercial use also. You just need to click it and download it. For example, like you want rock. So you get many, you can hear them first. Yeah. So you can hear it and free download. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me stop share and share again with sound. You can hear whatever and free download. Just you need to download it. That's it. So it's Jamendo, very good for music. This is again where the open movement started. MIT has many courses. Massachusetts University. If not everybody can go and study there, but online you can study here for free. If you see, they have given so many courses free of cost. So we have a maths teacher here. We can just search. So these are not resources, these are complete courses, completely free of cost. And they also tell you what level they are. So as a teacher, if you want to upgrade yourself for free and very good quality courses, MIT is the place to go. So these are some basic common OERs. Let me take you to some specific. Is there any science teacher here? Anyway, I can't take you to all, but I will take you to Blossoms and Fed because it really makes sense. MIT, again, this is my MIT. It is for K-12. So it has videos on biology, chemistry, maths, engineering, everything, but maths are very, very good. So there is one video, then it gives you a lesson introduction. It shows you the instructor biography for teachers. If you see, it will give you a guide in English, in Word, in whatever Chinese, and whatever and if you want some additional resources, you can also see there. So MIT Blossoms is again very good for maths and science. FET labs, again, lot of us are using. These are simulations. Uh, FET labs is something you need to log into. So I have already logged in, because if you don't log in, then you do not get the teacher resources. So you need HTML5, and so I had seen, let us see, earth sciences, just a second. Yeah, earth science, then you have chemistry, general chemistry. So there's build a molecule. We'll just go and see one. So it shows you first about what is the topic, some sample learning goals which you can use in, again, you can, customize to your lesson requirement, but they're giving, some sample learning goals and basic system requirements. They also give you teachers resource. You can go there and check them out. See, it's clickable. Activities which you can do with this simulation, and credits. This teaching resource activities you will get only if you log in and sign up. But again, signing up is completely free. So I don't want to waste time showing you how to sign up, because now we are all throwing signing up. So, but I will show you one simulation. They are building a molecule. We can build a single molecule. For example, you have to build a molecule with H2. So 2H will build one molecule and you put it there. We have only one oxygen here. So we find two oxygen and we put it there. Similarly, you can put multiple oxygens. So the goal is 2 CO2. So we have 2 carbons and 2 oxygens. Not happening. So somewhere I'm wrong. I'm not a math teacher. So you can put multiple, and you can also play with making molecules. FET lab is really interesting, and I think all the kids love it. Similar, you have lab exchange and Amrita. Amrita is, I'll show you because it's an Indian app. It is made by Amrita University, Kerala, and they have high quality labs, science, maths, chemistry, physics, bio, everything. It's taking some time to let me close others so that it can be loaded. Yeah, it's not loading. God knows why. I try again. Lab exchange is also a similar FET lab. Here you have economics and you have maths also. So you can go to the library and see. It is similar to O labs, if you can see. So you have lot of maths and economics here. I don't know why Amrita is refusing to open now, but I will try once more. Not happening. O labs, I think most of us use. We have, lot of similar like FET labs. You have simulations here. Again, for higher classes, for class 10, class 11, class 9, class 8, everything. Even, I think, engineering level. This is, if you see, funded by our own ministry, and Amrita, which I was trying to share with you, their simulations are all here. So that is for science. I hope I have some time. Yeah. Now we will see some for maths. If you remember, I had spoken about Karuki and core knowledge. So lot of maths lessons in core knowledge. You can get curriculum, go to curriculum and click on maths. You have others also, but maths I found very good. It shows you for which grade it is available, and you can just download. You have applying mathematics, and you can just download. Kariki, again, Kariki is super for all subjects, but here we will see maths. Let me see, great science. Yeah. So it has if you see, it has a science, it has a math, and then you will have a social science thing. Since we have a social science teacher, we will show you one social science, one math. So we go to as interactive geometry. So it shows you all the courses. So you can go one by one and you can start here. So it's a completely full year geometry course. You can go through it and use it for your students. Let me just go through the first one. So the 3 dimensions, then what is also, it's taking you to the whole course. You can just use it for your students. Similarly, let us see for social studies. So this is maths. We have sociology, world history, geography, economics. Since we've not seen economics, let's see economics here. Again, it is free and you can just go and start taking the course. So you can use it for your students' course. So you can send the link to your students, they can start doing the course. Sorry. This is something I found just recently. It's called Math Planet. I don't know why it is not letting me go there. Just a second. Yeah. So Math Planet is very good only for maths. And here, if you can see, you can choose algebra 1, algebra 2, you want maths for set. Then you have a math playground which says all courses. You can go to algebra 1 and then you can, decide which subject, which lesson you want to explore. For example, we are exploring real numbers. So we go to integrals and rational numbers. It just gives you all the basic content of maths and also a video lesson. So, and chapter wise also, it's trying to give you a curriculum. So this is mathplanet.com. Again, this is a BBC course for maths, not only for maths, but for everybody. So since I had just, explored maths, if you see, it's telling you how to use maths in real life. BBC has actually very high content and it's completely free to use. Obviously, please give them credit. So it gives you learning objectives also, what students would be able to do. So they have videos for ratio and proportion, percentages, and actually real life, which, we want videos so that we want real life connect with examples, right? So you will get a lot of videos which connect to real life situation. So if you go to home, you can see curriculum for video resources for 5, 11, higher, higher education 4 to 16. Then also it shows you, real life content and maths, music, physics, so much. All these, don't worry, I will be sharing with you on a PDF. OER for languages and humanities. Duolingo is one, it's actually not an OER, it's an app where you can actually learn a new language. You need to sign in there. For example, if I want to learn French, so it gives me an option. Are you learning for the first time, or do you know some? So I say I'm learning for the first time. It is loading. Which one of these is one? So un is one. And then, it's so many, not only French, it teaches you many languages. Super for languages. Let me just close it. Again, these are lesson plans for languages and art. If you see, let me go to reading. So it will give me a lot of lesson plans, curricula for different. So this is, I think, I have chosen reading. This is for reading. So I've got 15 results. So if I lay for a funeral, so it gives you, guiding questions, then learning objectives, curriculum details, different lesson plans. So, this same lesson, how many sessions would you require to teach it? And you can go and just download it. We have fish tank learning also for languages. Especially for languages, it helps you build English language arts, also maths, but I found languages very good. So it gives you a course summary, and then unit wise, you can view each unit, and if you want, you can just use it for your students. Core materials are downloadable. CK12 again has come for languages. I'll not go back to it, but CK12 you will see you can use for across languages. It has a library of courses. Apart from there, these are some bonus source tools. So if you want to publish a book, you can just go to issue, and free of course you can publish a book. You want to take a poll, you can just click on direct poll. You need not even, log in and just start creating a poll. For example, how are you? And you start, putting answers. And wow. And your poll is ready. Actually, it is ready. You say I, and you say you need to give your email address, obviously, and save mail and send me link. So actually a link will be sent on your email, and you can start the poll. It's as simple as that. It is completely free of cost. Similarly, we have online stopwatches. Sometimes we just need timers in our classrooms. Lovely timers. You can just go and explore these timers. Again, you can create free videos using Screencast-O-Matic, Panopto, Screencastify. These are completely free tools. You can edit videos with OpenShot without any watermark. You can compress videos because videos are generally large file sizes. So when you want to share it with your students or you want to upload it online, you need to compress them. So you can use Handbrake or freevideocompressor.com. All of us love to gamify lessons. We gamified lessons in the beginning and middle and in the end for formative assessments, use quizzes and Kahoot. I will not get into this because each of this will take one session itself, but I thought I will share these links with you. Before I go ahead, any questions, anything you want to ask me? Or somewhere you felt I went very fast?
No, wonderful resources, ma'am. Once we start using, I think it will be very helpful. Gamify lessons, we are aware. More
Most of
flex
us are.
and Kahoot, all this. But video is also good. I like the way. And poll we always use on Zoom and directly like that. But the one which you have put, we can put it in the PPT and we can share it easily.
True.
Yes.
It's very fast. So let me go ahead. Just a second. Yeah. So there is a term for information overload. It's called infoxication. So I feel all of you might be now infoxicated. Itna sara. So many resources, so many online. So you do get, I agree, you get into this data smog and so much. So how do we, find what is the right OER for me? First of all, best is that you're all, subject matter experts. You know what is right. So you need to first see authors and creators. Don't use Wikipedia or very, very old websites. So a reliable institution like OER Commons, UNESCO, side by Government of India, they will have good quality. BBC, they will have very good quality resources. Again, objectivity, we have to use our sense of logic and our wisdom to see if the information is objective. Again, when you see websites, see, there is a contact information or somebody is the author, is written that has been written. If there's no author, then it's possible that somebody just copy pasted that information. So just be careful. We will look at copyright symbols and what they means next. Again, if you see in curricula or some, you had unit and then you had lesson and then you had activities. Generally, OERs which are very well structured, very well logically structured, they are easier for us to also navigate. Again, lot of resources I showed you, if you see curricula and other, also had useful links. So अपना lesson तो है उसके नीचे they've also given you want to read more, go there. Those kind of OERs and open education resources are very, very, very good. Obviously, relevance, science again, the for science and maths, the concepts don't change. But again, your life examples should be more updated, right? So don't use websites which are very, very old. For example, I'll take you to any of these websites. It will, in the end, it will show the year. So it says CK Foundation 2022. That means this website is being updated every day. So if the year is like 2009 and beyond, don't use it. Sometimes you will find with years is not 2022, it's 2001 or 1999. Don't use those. Because again, they'll not be very relevant. Again, depends. If you feel the material is good and authentic, you can still use it. So I gave you too much information and made you took you to a data smog. I hopefully I'm able to remove it now. So these are some useful symbols. These are Creative Commons symbols. This again is the movement of open access. If you see this open tala, this is a symbol for open access. So this is a picture which is licensed under CC BY. That means I can download this picture freely and distribute it to you. I can just copy and paste it to give it to you, because already there is the name of the creators also written there. So I'm giving them due credit, right? So that is CC BY. CC BY SA is share in the same terms. So this person wants you to give them credit. So when you give it to somebody, don't crop it and remove their name. As simple as that. CC BY NC means uh, do not use it for commercial use. So don't sell this picture basically. And ND means non-derivative. Don't make change. So one of the pillars, if you said no, you can remix. So this ND, if it says no, that means don't remix. मैंने जो अपना किया है वो best था. Don't change my resource. Don't try to put your own or remix it. That is the meaning of those symbols. So these are the symbols which you have seen when I asked you to, keep in mind. So these are some open licenses which are available. Actually, you can go to the website, and if you have created a resource, you can create a license like this for yourself also. So again, if you see a website which says copyrights, all rights reserved, don't use it. They don't want you to use it. You're free to read it. You're free to, take cues from it, but you cannot use it. Do not copy paste it, basically, they are saying. And again, if there are pictures like this, which has a lot of watermark, copyrighted, they don't want you to use it in your web. I have seen, sometimes teachers do use pictures with watermark on their PPTs and all. Don't use it because they don't want you to use it. That is why they put the watermark. They want you to buy it from them. So try using free images. There is free pic. There is flat icon. Let me show you just two sites. One is free pic. These are free pictures for all. You can just go and pick pictures from here. It's called freepic.com. Other is flat icon. Here you can get colored icons for whatever you want and free of charge. For example, you want education. You get lot of icons here. You can just go there and download, as simple as that. So there are a lot of free pics available. Try using them rather than, we go on Google and find pictures. I will end with this small video which will summarize my lesson for you. Just tell me if you can hear this. Can you hear it?
A few years ago.
Can you hear this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
A professor taught a climate change course, reaching about 100 students per semester. One day he thought,
if I could upload this course online, then not only would my 100 students have access to it, but others as well.
So he did. And this is what happened.
Anna sent the course's content across the country to Alex, who was studying climate change.
Alex found it so interesting that he forwarded a copy to his friend Lulu in Africa.
Lulu was developing peer-to-peer courses with Philip, so they remixed the content with other resources and created a new course about the impacts of climate change in Africa.
Alan, a participant in the course, shared the content with Gabby, who was studying environmental policy in Latin America.
Gabby brought the content to her class, and together, they translated it into Spanish. After that, Gabby's professor shared it with his other classes.
Myra, another student, shared the content with her father, who passed it on to his colleagues.
Gabby's professor also forwarded the content to David, a colleague in the UK who was researching climate change. He updated some of the data, adapted it to his study, and published an article in an open journal. Researchers from all over the world were able to read the article.
David sent the updated content back to the original professor. By then, His course had reached so many more people than his 100 students.
Years later, many schools had begun to follow the example and opened access to their content.
Governments began promoting the use of open textbooks, and students began saving money on books.
Other innovative universities began to open access to entire courses, making them available to participants from all around the world. These are open educational resources, teaching, learning, and research resources that can be reused, redistributed, remixed, and revised.
Open educational resources are accessible to everyone: learners, teachers, researchers, parents, workers, citizens, to you.
This is open education, knowledge as a public good.
Everyone has the right to be educated, yet only a few have access to school.
Open educational resources increase access to, improve quality of, and reduce costs of education.
Sharing knowledge is important.
Now you know. Open educational resources. Give everyone the opportunity to learn.
So that was open education resources. These are references which I will send you later. So all questions, if you want, are welcome. I will also put the PDF here. It's called OER list. I have put it on the chat. Any questions you can ask me. Any thoughts, anything?